Well, welcome to another video. Really exciting news for any D&D player out there. Today at 11 o'clock, a new class dropped on D&D Beyond, and I've been waiting for a month for this. I saw the pre-orders. After 30 days after buying it, I'm finally able to look at it. I haven't looked at anything yet. I'm super excited. If you know anything about me, I love vampires. Got my vampire cup right here. So this is based off of the video game Vampire the Masquerade is what this new class is based off of. We're going to get more into that here in a little bit just to see all what it comes with. And I'm thinking we just make a character right here now. Without any further ado, let's just jump up on here. So this is the Vampire the Masquerade Bound by Blood. As you can see here, a complete new class, the Kindred, a full 1 to 20 vampire class powered by blood points, disciplines, and the ever-clawing beast inside. It comes with 6 iconic clans as subclasses. I'm dyslexic. Each with its own bane and signature gifts. I'm excited. A Dark Ages mystery for level 4 characters. That also comes in here. That's cool. One last goodbye, blah, blah, blah. Don't really care too much about that, but I'm sure that's really cool. New backgrounds, feats, and forbidden gear. 5 Kindred adjacent backgrounds, 25 plus origin and Kindred feats, plus Kindred vitae, I don't know that word, and weapons of wood and silver. Nice. And then 2 thematic mechanics, rules for the last Masquerade level, and narrated feeding. Bring the dread and tension of the world of darkness into your 5e tabletop. This is sick. Let's go to our library and take a look at it. Awesome, 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 awesome. Introduction, the world of darkness. A world. You're already intimately familiar with our world. Ooh, it's set in the modern our world. The sun rises, the sun sets, and in between, people go about their business of living. Most of them never look too closely at what moves in the dark. The world of darkness is a mirror of our world, our history, our cities. Horror of what you see in this mirror lives in the margins of the familiar. Here, vampires have walked among humanity since before recorded history, moving through every age and empire, every era of plague and plenty. They are not a modern invention, but an ancient entity, a continuous secret underpinning civilization as a whole. Wow, this is cool. Vampire and D&D. Games like Vampire, set within the world of darkness, are built on the storyteller system, a rule set designed around collaborative narrative and moral complexity. Combat is certainly present, but is not the engine. The system does what its name promises. Got it. D&D, a different type of game, blah, blah, blah. Yes, love that. Nosferatu, moving through tunnels. Ooh, okay, awesome. It's cool introduction. Okay, character options. Let's dip right into it. I'm so excited. Okay, Kindred class. Here it comes. Kindred are an ancient line of vampires who have existed since the first days of humanity. These vampires innately social creatures whom form their own political sects and divisions, often based on clans and bloodlines. They gather for camaraderie and safety among the only beings who can understand the eternal hunger within. Kindred draw their abilities collectively known as vampiric disciplines from the supernatural power in their blood, which they more eloquently call vitae. I'm going to go with vitae because, like, vitals and stuff. That's what I'm going to go with, vitae. The older and more powerful kindred become the more blood. The older and more powerful kindred become, the more blood they can consume and concentrate within themselves, calling upon it to fuel their undead bodies and powers. These disciplines allow them to do unbelievable things. They can possess intense strength, durability, or speed. They can transform into creatures of the night or even mist. Yes. They can leash the wills of others. I like that. That's cool. They can manipulate minds and perceptions. They can reshape the darkness in which they are at home. Okay, that sounds promising. Kindred can call upon truly terrifying powers, and they are all powered by vitae. I still don't like that word. Kindred can develop in different ways, but as the centuries of their existence have proven, the clans and bloodlines carry specific aspects of their vampirism throughout the generations, from sire to child. Yep. They're putting random letters on words I know and making it weird. Chilled. Anyway, these manifest as each other's clans' ancient bane. The cost to be paid beyond just the endless hunger for blood and the struggle to keep at bay the beast inside. Okay. Sounds like some caveats. Maybe if they don't have enough to eat, to drink, then they turn feral. Sick. The kindred in every walk of life. They are kindred in every walk of life. It seems hiding in plain sight and acting like mortals and maintaining their eternal masquerade. Hence the name. Okay. Now we're going to get into some stats. Core kindred traits. Primary ability is charisma. Hit point die, 1d10 per kindred level. Okay, saving throw proficiencies, constitution and charisma. Skill proficiencies. Choose 2. Yeah, between the normal ones. Weapon proficiencies, simple weapons and martial weapons that have the light property. Armor training, light. And light armor training, light armor, and breastplate. Okay. Starting equipment, regular stuff. Cool. Becoming a kindred. As a level 1 character, gain all the traits in the core kindred traits table. And where is that? Do I have to click this button? Gain the level 1. Oh, duh. I don't know. That's, that sound. Gain the Kindred's level 1 features, which are listed in the Kindred features table. Level 1, feed the beast. Blood potency. Kindred biology. Okay. Now we need to go back up so we can read more. As a multi-class character, okay, so multi-classable, which is available for everything, but I'm just making a big deal out of it. As a multi-class character, gain the following traits from the core kindred table. Blah, blah, nice. And yeah, it's the same stuff. Cool. Kindred and other species. In the Vampire Masquerade setting, vast majority of kindred are human. While there might be occasional plot-based variation, all kindred characters are made using human species. In 5th edition games, however, since Kindred is a class, other species can be Kindred if GMs want to create vampiric options in those campaigns. I am probably not going to be human. I'm probably not going to be a human whenever we make this here in a second. So let's get into it. Kindred class features. As a Kindred, you gain the following class features when you reach the specific Kindred levels. These features are listed in the Kindred feature table. I went from here to here and went back up. Anyway, level 1. Feed. The beast. Blood potency, Kindred biology. Let's look at feed. What does feed mean? Oh, we can just go down here. So we're going to, we'll read this. Okay. Anyway, we don't even have to look at this, but actually we'll read it just to get a cool little glimpse into it. Level 2, Kindred feat. Kindred subclass. Yes, we love our subclasses. Ability score, Beastly Fury, improved feat. Oh, we're getting better at fucking the blood. Subclass feature, nice. Kindred feat. Ability score, subclass, Kindred feat. Vampiric will, that sounds interesting. Kindred feat. Efficient feeding, we're getting better. Subclass feature, ability score improvement, Kindred feat. Epic boon, ancient awakening. Okay, those all sound pretty cool. So, but moving on. What is feed? You feed on the blood of other creatures. Who would have thought, being a whole vampiric being and all? This is most often accomplished through your sharp fangs. I'm sure there's other ways we could do it. As an action, you can feed on other creatures within 5 feet of yourself if the target is willing. I was not expecting to read if the target is willing, but that's cool. That anything can happen in D&D, you know. Charmed by you, or has the incapacitated, grapple, paralyzed, restrained, stunned, or unconscious condition, you can feed on only one per. You can only feed only once per turn. Okay. But it's a whole action, so you can. Yeah, you can. I don't. I'm assuming you can roll. You can attack. Like that's an attack. When you feed, roll your maximum feed dice. You get a feed dice. I'm assuming it's that D6. Maximum feed dice plus your Constitution modifier. Okay, so we might want that a little. And the creature takes necrotic damage equal to the roll's total. The damage only reduces the creature's hit point maximum by amount equal to the roll's total. Yep. The number of feed dice increase as you gain kindred levels, as shown in the feed dice column of the kindred feats table. Feed dice. 2d6. Nice. If you roll a 6 on a d6 on a feed die, you regain 1 expended blood point. Okay. Don't know what a blood point does, but we'll find out. If the column, that's dyslexic, if a creature's hit point maximum is reduced to 0, you can regain 1 expended hit point. Okay. So we deal. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, 2d6 damage. Nice. Plus con. Uh-huh. Feeding from the willing. Yeah, remember willing? Let's see what willing does. Who's willing? If you feed on a willing creature or a creature charmed by you, you can spend 1 hit point die. Oh, it can. It can spend 1 hit point die. It rolls the hit point die and reduces its hit point maximum by the amount rolled. And you can regain 1 expended blood point. Feeding this way doesn't end the charmed condition. Okay. So the only thing I'm getting out of feeding is the possibility of a blood point, but also the fact that you just have to sustain yourself is what I'm reading. Or maybe I'm missing something. Okay. If you feed on a willing creature or a creature charmed by you, you can spend 1 hit. It can spend 1 hit point die, so they only take away 1 hit point. It rolls the hit point die. Oh, there. Oh. Hero was thinking, oh, they can just take 1 hit point and off and I'll be fine. No, I'm dumb. They can take 1 of their hit point die. I now am knowing what that means in my head now. And reduces its hit point maximum. Oh, I think you still have to roll your own, but they can use their own hit points to reduce it. Okay. I think that's what that's saying. I'm going to have to get that reinforced by someone else's brain who works better than mine. But, all right. Hit die deficit. I think we might get the answer I've been struggling for. If a creature has no remaining hit point die, the creature takes necrotic damage equal to the roll of your feed dice plus your constitution modifier, and the creature's hit point maximum is reduced by an amount equal to maximum. Oh. What? I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But whenever it says hit point maximum, is that not only taking away hit points, but also taking away from the max amount of hit points you can have? So, like, if you can have 10 hit points and and I roll 4, say, roll 4, you take away 4 hit points, but also you can now only do like 6. Your maximum is only now 6 hit points. You can't ever get back to 10 until you level up or fix it. Anyway, that's crazy. If that's what it is. I think that's what that is, but okie dokie. And the creature's hit point maximum reduced by the equal amount of the rolls total. Maximum successful feeding. A creature can provide a number of blood points based on its size. A small creature provides 1 blood point. A medium provides 3, large 5, huge 7, gargantuan 10. Feeding for days. A creature gains all lost blood points when it finishes a long rest. What if it's... What if... you know what? Okay. Creature susceptible to feed. You can feed on any creature with blood or other life-giving fluid. Oh. As long as it's life-giving fluid. We can eat. Life-giving fluid, aberrations, beasts, dragons, fae, giant monstrosities, and humanoids are the most common targets. Constructs, elemental, oozes, and plants usually don't have blood. Work with your DM to determine the type of creatures you can feed on. I'm just saying, this says life-giving fluids. That's all I'm going to tell the DM, because you know what? I know none of them have ever played against this class, so all I got to do is tell them that, and we're good. I'm just kidding. As a DM, I do not condone this. As a player, though, highly condone. Blood Bond. A mysterious power in the blood of kindred causes creatures to become bloodbound to that kindred. What? When they drink from the same kindred, blood of kindred causes creatures to become bloodbound to that kindred. When they drink from the same kindred at least 3 times within 1 year, at least one long rest occurs between each of the 3 drinks. While bloodbound to a kindred, a creature... Wait. I'm sorry, I'm wrapping my head around this. I'm going to have to do a lot of cutting. They drink from the same kindred. Okay. Other people drink your blood, and you can have a blood bond with them. But they have to drink your blood 3 times within a year, and at least 1 long rest occurs between each of the 3 drinks. While bloodbound to a kindred, a creature is considered charmed by that kindred and has advantage on saving throws to avoid being charmed or frightened by other creatures. Oh man, I'm thinking of all... That's crazy. In addition to the effects of the kindred vitae, consumable. See new equipment. What is it? Man, we're just going to have to... yeah, go back and... Okay. Fun. Blood bond can be suppressed for 1 minute if the creature succeeds on a DC 25 charisma saving throw. The bond is only permanently removed if the creature doesn't drink from the kindred again for a year, or if the kindred in question is killed. Wow. So what you're telling me is, if in a campaign, and my character is this, and someone consumes my blood 3 times within a long rest happening in between each one, then then I can have that person or enemy charmed. Now, I'm assuming this is meant for like advantages with your own party, but still. Did they even say how many you can do? I'm not seeing it. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's look at the beast. You have a terrible beast within that can only be sated with blood. As a bonus action, you can use this beast's predatory instincts to sharpen your senses abilities. Oh, so kind of like a rage almost. Until the start of your next turn, you have advantage on D20 tests you make. Wait, so what you're saying is I can just give myself advantage? Nice. I like. Equal to your proficiency bonus you regain after a short or long rest. Nice. Hunger. If a D20 test benefiting from your beast feature fails, oh, the caveat. If a D20 test benefiting from your beast feature fails, you go into a bloodlusted, hunger-driven state. This bloodlusted state ends after 1 minute or after you have successfully used your feed feature, whichever comes first. Oh. And if your party's charmed, oh. Oh man, I have been waiting for this. This is crazy. While bloodlusted, you regard the creature nearest to you that you can see or hear and that you can feed on as your prey. If there are multiple possible creatures, choose one at random. On each of your turns, you must move as close to the creature as possible and take the attack action to make an unarmed strike to grapple the target. If you are unable to get close enough to the creature to grapple it, your turn ends after you've used up all your available movement. If the creature dies, excuse me, or can no longer be seen or heard by you, the nearest creature that you can see or hear and that you can feed on becomes your new target. If the target is in range and has the grappled condition at the start of your next turn, you use your action to feed on it. Nice. Sick. I love stuff that give you caveats. Like, it's such a cool feature, like just giving yourself advantage. But that's such a big caveat. Like, if it doesn't work, especially if like you just got done fighting, your party's done fighting, and now they're randomly, because you messed up a roll to give yourself advantage on, now y'all are in another fight with you. So there's that. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh no. Sorry. I have a D&D campaign coming up and I'm going to be using this and I'm so excited. You are fueled by blood, represented by blood points. Now we're getting into some good knowledge stuff. Your kindred levels determine the number of points you have, as shown in the blood points column of the kindred featured table. You can expend blood points in the following ways. Heal wounds. As a bonus action, you can expend 1 blood point to regain hit points equal to 1 1d10. That's not bad. Plus your kindred level. That's not bad. So if I'm level 5 and I roll 1d10, I can get 15 hit points. That's not terrible. 15 can be a lot. Hunger stated. Sated. Sated. There's so many words I don't normally use. If you fail a d20 test that is affected by your beast, you can expend 1 hit point. Okay. 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 You can expend 1 hit point to ignore the effects of hunger. I guess whenever I'm out of those, then I have to. Vita powers. Oh, okay. I love these. There are kindred feats and subclasses features fueled by expending blood points. Okay. So very sorcerer points. Okay. Okay. I'm liking so far. This seems to be a martial character so far. But that's okay. I normally prefer warlock. But this could very easily be awesomely multi-classed with a warlock. So I'm kind of thinking, ugh. Let me see what level we're gonna start out with at this campaign. This may not be the character that I use for that campaign, but definitely. All right, so. All right, you know what? This is going to be a lot to read. We're just going to get straight into. Okay. Awaken. You don't regain expended blood points. Wait, what? You are a specific kind of vampire known as Kindred, which brings benefits and drawbacks. Awaken. You don't regain expended blood points when you finish a long or short rest. It's not like a sorcerer. I have to find those. I have to. I love that. Oh, oh, you don't awaken. You don't regain expended blood points whenever you finish a short or long rest. To gain the benefits of a long rest, you must have 1 blood point in your pool, or you only gain the benefits of a short rest. You have to feed to get blood points, which is awesome in itself. That is awesome. So they're forcing you to do this because you can go campaigns. You can go whole times without by accidentally not feeding whenever you're trying to play like some type of vampire. But this is like it's forcing you. If you want your powers, you have to. You have to. That's awesome. Now there's ways around it. Like sure, yeah, you have a bag full of rats, but anyway, still that's awesome. You got dark vision, obviously. Saguvor. I'm assuming it's French. I'm just kidding. Sagivore. Okay. You can't eat food or drink. If you consume more than a nibble or a sip, you have the poison condition that ends once you expel what you've consumed. While poisoned in this way, you must succeed a Constitution saving throw every 10 minutes to avoid having the incapacitated condition. Oh, snap. Which lasts for 1 minute as you vomit up as you vomit up what you've consumed. The initial DC of the saving throw is 10, but increased by 5 with each successive save. Wait a minute. So the first time, I only got to get a 10. Then the next time I do that, it's a 15. And Instead, you must consume a number of blood points per day equal to the number of pounds of food a creature your size each of your size normally requires per day. Usually one per day for a small or medium creature. Okay. You can expend one blood point to automatically succeed on the DC Constitution saving throw to avoid gaining one level of exhaustion from malnutrition. So I have to expend one per day. Or I can expend one to. It sounds like I can expend one to save myself. Wow. Expending blood points to activate your kindred does not count towards the blood points you need to expend for some. You are literally supposed to be doing this at least once per session. At least. Sunlight vulnerability. You take 5 radiant damage if you start your turn in sunlight. So, whatever character I am, they're going to be cloaked all the way. Not that that's going to help because it's still in the sunlight. Supernatural spellcasting. Oh, we do get spells. Yay. I love spells. Supernatural spellcasting. Charisma. If your spellcasting ability for spells from your kindred subclass, which just kind of lines up with warlocks, requires nonverbal or somatic. Wait. Your spells require no verbal or somatic components, and they require no material components unless they are consumed by the spell or have a cost specified in it. Taking damage can't break your. Taking damage can't break your concentration. Anyway, we're going to get right into building a character. So let's